foreign policy, where maybe it seems you don't have as much experiences in other areas.
Thank you. I had the fun of being in South Carolina on Friday and spoke at the Citadel, which, as you know, is a military college, and laid out some policies that relate to my foreign policy perspective. And let me just offer what they are. And in some respects, reminiscent of a book I read long ago by Dean Acheson, who was the Secretary of State under Harry Truman. I'm seeing a nodding head here. He wrote a book called Present at the Creation. And Truman and Acheson divined a new strategy, a new foreign policy for America, which had some different concepts. They said instead of being isolationist and saying we're going to stay home and not worry about what's happening in the world, they said no, we're going to be involved in the world, because when we weren't involved in the world, bad things happened. And so I believe that America needs to be involved in the world. And then the second part of their principle was involved in the world, but to share our values. Human rights, democracy, free trade, free enterprise, to share those principles with other nations. And that's something which I also believe has to be an extraordinarily high priority. Number three, we're going to be strong. We're going to be so strong that no one ever wants to test us. That no one ever thinks of, let's try this one because the U.S. military couldn't respond. I want our military, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Army, you name it. I want our military to be so strong that no one would ever test it. I want this next century to be an American century, where America leads the free world and the free world leads the entire world. And for me, there's no question that our military must be the strongest and most robust in the world. So I will preserve a very strong military, and then at the foundation of all these things, which is being involved in the world, being involved not as the policeman of the world, it's being involved to try and keep the world from erupting in conflict, so we have to become the policeman. So help avoid conflict by drawing people towards modernity, towards our values, towards human rights and free trade and democracy. So we'll be involved in the world, I'll promote our values, I will keep America strong, and finally, in order to keep your nation strong, you must be able to link arms with your allies. I will treat our allies like the friends they are, and I will not turn my back on America's allies around the world.